Hello! I thought I would bring you another dragon book. So today, we are going to learn how Drew and Diggery-Doo learned how to deal with anxiety. That weird, sometimes uncomfortable, comes out of nowhere feeling that can make us feel like we're having a hard time breathing, or like our belly hurts, or maybe we'll have a headache, or we'll be just worried about things. That's anxiety. And it's pretty common. A lot of people have it, and a lot of people deal with it. But we don't always know how to handle it, how to help ourselves when we feel that way. So let's see what Drew and Diggery-Doo do when they are feeling anxious. Hello! My name is Drew, and I'm pleased as I can be that you have picked this book to read. I'm sure you will agree that there's much to learn from the pages of a book when you open up the cover and you take the time to look. There they are. My dragon Diggery-Doo and I have quite a tale to share. It's the lesson that Diggory learned when he became aware of the time he was wasting over worry and distress. He suffered from anxiety and fretted to excess. Once Diggory had to take a test in mathematics class, and though he studied very hard, he feared he wouldn't pass. I'm scared I may forget, he cried, the lessons that I've learned. He paced the floor and wrung his hands. Diggory was concerned. Diggery-Doo plays basketball. His team is not too bad, but every night before a game, Diggery-Doo got sad. What if I shoot and miss, he cried. What if we lose the game? What if my coach gets mad at me and says that I'm to blame? What if, like we saw on the page before, is a big question that can often lead to us feeling pretty anxious, because it's us trying to figure out the future, and that's not really something that any of us can do. So it makes us pretty nervous, wondering what's going to come and what's going to happen. Diggery-Doo loves camping trips. He's handy, I'll admit, to huff and puff a dragon flame to keep the campfire lit. But when he was a little guy, he'd worry and complain. Our weekend plans will all be ruined if it begins to rain. But Diggory doesn't really know if it'll rain or not. But he's worried about it. Diggory had a book report he had to give at school. Diggory was a nervous wreck. He really lost his cool. The other kids will laugh at me, they'll tease, and they'll make fun. Diggery-Doo had given up before he had begun. Diggery-Doo got anxious when he had to get a shot, or go see the doctor. He would cry, I'd rather not. A shot will make you well, I said. It's nothing you should dread. But Diggory shook his head, and then he hid beneath his bed. So sometimes when things are scary for us, they can make us anxious too. Poor Diggory had a meltdown almost every single day. He clearly needed help to make the worry go away. Diggery-Doo, I told him, there are things that you can do when you're feeling anxious and you don't know what to do. Like when you have a test to take and fear you won't succeed, just change your point of view is all you really need. The inventor of the bulb who gave the world electric light tried 1,000 times and failed before he finally got it right. Diggory sang, will I make it? And that's where he's wondering all his what ifs. What if I don't do this? What if I don't make it? Versus over here, he's like, I got this. I can do this. And same with the inventor. He didn't give up. He says, there must be a way. So he just kept trying and trying and trying. So when you fail a test, it's not so bad, for goodness sake. Just be like Thomas Edison, who learned from his mistakes. Thomas Edison, he says, I'm not giving up. And here's Diggory with his test that he didn't do as well as he would like to have. And he says, I have to study better. So he'll learn new ways to study. Diggory said that these were things he never knew before. This advice is helpful, Drew. Please, won't you tell me more? Of course, I said to Diggory-Doo. Here's some more advice. When you ask, what if, then you should think of something nice. What if? What if the rain clouds stay? What if all this sticks around and it's gray forever? And then he thinks, but the sun usually comes out. It'll be there again. Don't ask, what if we lose? Or what if coach is mad at me? Ask, what if I win the game and I'm the MVP? That's a way better what if. Gives him the opportunity to think of all the good things that can come. And don't be anxious when the weather interferes with your event. It makes no sense to worry about stuff you can't prevent. If your camping trip is canceled, there are other things to do, like bake some cookies, play a game, or read a book or two. So when things that we can't control, like the weather, happen, it's okay to be disappointed and a little bit sad. Like for Diggory-Doo, he won't be able to go camping, and it's okay to be disappointed and sad about that. But then he can turn it around and think of all these other things that he can do inside while he's waiting for the rain to stop. And when you have a speech to make, don't panic or be scared. Just practice and be ready, and you'll do fine if you're prepared. It does take practice to speak in front of people. But you all can do it, if you have to. When it comes to shots and other things you'd rather not, take a breath and count to 10. Then think a happy thought. Now when he's feeling anxious, Diggory-Doo has tools to choose. For any stressful situation, he simply just pick one of these techniques to use. Just picks one of these techniques to use. He starts out down here, what if I can't? And then he starts to think, what if I can? Takes practice. Now my dragon isn't anxious like he often was before. No longer does he wring his hands or cry and pace the floor. Learn a lesson from a dragon and remove your worried frown. You can be like Diggory-Doo, the chillest dragon in town. And remember to be gentle with yourself, too, because these things take time to learn. All those skills and all those tools that Diggory has in his toolbox now took a long time for him to figure out how to use. So even if they're not working right away, and it seems a little bit frustrating, keep trying, because eventually they'll start to work and you'll see how strong you can be and how you can take control of your anxiety. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. All right, everybody. Bye.